My experience as a whole is it's heartbreaking to move cross country or even locally. I had to move my mom locally. But if you're going to move cross country, do not have a broker do your move. Make sure that you're hiring, spend the extra money and get a reputable moving company. Don't go through any of this that I went through. It was heartbreaking. Actually, I didn't hire executive moving. I was in touch with a company called Arrow Moving and Trucking Company, and the salesperson by the name of Joseph Moretti sold me the move. He charged me $10,500 to move me. He promised me up and down and sideways that I was going to be on 2 dedicated 26-foot trucks going directly from my home in California to the destination in Idaho. So I didn't purchase insurance because I saw them load my trucks up. I saw them shut the doors, and then he promised that they'd go directly to Idaho. In the interim, they were 3 days late picking me up. So I had to rent back my home. I had the old people, the new people that were coming into my house were sitting in the driveway waiting to come in. Nobody called me or anything. So they were 3 days late to begin with. So that cost me $1,500 right off the bat. After that, I found out that my belongings were in Las Vegas. The 2 26-foot trucks were offloaded into a warehouse in Las Vegas. And in Las Vegas, they were reloaded onto a semi-truck that was coming to Idaho. I didn't pay for that. I didn't buy the insurance because I didn't think my things were going to be offloaded. Well, in the meantime, in Las Vegas, I was told by the mover that ended up coming to my home in Idaho that the things that were broken and missing off my move, it was because in Las Vegas, the workers have free access to your things. They're offloaded into a warehouse and set on concrete, and all the movers go in and out of the storeroom, out of view of the camera, and they pilfer through your belongings. They open boxes. We were missing ammunition. My husband had boxes and boxes of ammunition. They had opened the boxes and removed small boxes of ammunition, and then they retaped them up with different tapes. So we knew that they had been gone through to begin with, but then when we opened the boxes, they weren't full anymore. He was missing tools. Our bikes, our electric bikes that would cost $1,500 a piece, the frames were broken. Everything was broken. Every single box that we opened had broken items. And the thing is that the second that my things were picked up from my home, this Arrow moving company, Joseph Moretti, never answered his phone again. He had 30 phone numbers. They go through a system where they get these random phone numbers online, and so you can't reach them ever again. I still, to this day, have never talked to Joseph again. The executive moving company owner claims that he doesn't know anything about the name of the Arrow. He says that it's a broker, where Joseph said that he would never broker my move, that Arrow was moving me. So, in other words, executive moving company are the ones that broke all my things, but Arrow Moving Company is the one that was supposed to move me, which they didn't. So the whole purpose for my review online was to maybe save some people this heartache that I had to go through. I went through quite a bit of emotional distress, and I still am. Things were broken, there were heirlooms, things are missing that my husband can't replace. It's just a really hard thing to go through. My mom has cancer, I was taking care of her. So the salesperson when he was selling my move just kept relating to me about my dogs. I do rescue with dogs. And he was, oh, I have dogs, I do rescue. And he was just so personable. And every little thing that he said to me was a lie. Every single move that he made was a lie. And then he just simply stopped answering his phone. So now the owner of the Arrow company says that he no longer works there because that Joseph was fired for his sales tactics. But Joseph's voice is still on their voicemail when you do call. And I've left countless voicemails up until an hour ago. So all I'm trying to say is for the consumer to beware of who you hire as a mover and be sure that they're going to actually be the ones that are moving you. Because 9 times out of 10, they're not. 9 times out of 10, they're going to broker it to another company, and you don't know that your things are going to get offloaded and then gone through. Everything was stolen. Everything was broker. Just one other thing that I want to add is there was a woman whose things were also on my semi-truck, and I got to know her because through circumstances I knew that the home she was moving into was one that I was going to purchase here in Idaho. And They offloaded her father's safes, and the safes are damaged, broken, and they charged her an extra $1,000 just to get her own safes back. So, and she also thought that she was going to be directly, moved by Liberty Moving Company, who also brokered it to executive. So bottom line is, the mover that you hire should be the one that moves you and not brokered. And there's no way for you to tell, because Joseph promised me he was not a broker.